Hey guys, what's up? So it looks like I'll actually be able to do a Monday Night Raw review, because I actually am not as busy this week as I originally thought I was. So I will give you guys a Monday Night Raw review right now, and I'm not going to waste any time. I got a lot of shit to cover, so I'm just going to get right into the review. So, to start off the show... Oh shit, sorry. Okay. To start off the show, we had Stephanie McMahon come out, and she talked about the vicious beating Triple H did to Daniel Bryan, and how Triple H is the greatest wrestler of all time, which obviously he's not, and how he will destroy Daniel Bryan and be inserted in the title match and win the World Heavyweight Championship. Then Randy Orton comes out and he pretty much sucks up to Stephanie McMahon and says he respects her opinion, but if and when Triple H beats Daniel Bryan, Randy Orton will do whatever harm to Triple H so he can retain the title. So pretty much Randy Orton is saying he respects Stephanie McMahon, he respects Triple H, but he will inflict whatever pain he needed on Triple H to retain his title. And then Batista comes out and says it doesn't matter who he faces, whether it's Triple H, Daniel Bryan, or Randy Orton. Batista doesn't give a shit. Batista will beat them and become the new WWE World Heavyweight Champion, and we have no choice but to deal with it. And then Batista continues on and says to Randy Orton that Randy Orton makes him sick. He's tired of Randy Orton sucking up to the authority. He's tired of Randy Orton kissing ass to Triple H and Stephanie McMahon. Yeah, I'm gonna this hood. I don't know why I was wearing that damn hood, but he's basically sick of Randy Orton kissing ass to the authority. And then Batista says Stephanie McMahon gets drooled on a lot already anyway. So he pretty much was saying about how Stephanie McMahon was drooled on a lot already. She's like, yeah, I think you guys kind of get the point of drooled on already. And then Stephanie McMahon gets mad, slaps Batista in the face, which knocks off his sunglasses, which must hurt. I mean, I saw it. I mean, that looked painful. I don't know. I mean, she really slapped the shit out of him in the face. I mean, that knocked off his sunglasses. Stephanie McMahon leaves the ring, and then Randy Orton's laughing his ass off at Batista. Then Batista turns around and spears Randy Orton. All in all, it was a good segment to start off Raw. The crowd in Brooklyn, New York, you guys were great. The crowd in Brooklyn, New York, shout out to the New York people. You guys are just fucking awesome. Great crowd. The crowd was already hot to start off the show. They were chanting yes, Daniel Bryan, CM Punk, etc., etc. And then next we had a fatal four-way match. Dolph Ziggler versus Sheamus versus Christian and versus Del Rio. And whoever won this match would face Big E Langston tomorrow on main event, which is actually today. And Big E Langston was on. Big E was on commentary, and it was a good match. The crowd was vocal. The crowd was into this match, and Christian won. Christian won in the match. I think Dolph Ziggler should have won. In my opinion, I think Dolph Ziggler should have been the winner in this match, but whatever. And then next we had the Wyatt family cut a promo on John Cena saying about how it's hard not to see Cena because he's shoved down our throats, which is pretty true. John Cena is shoved down our throat. But after that, then Bray Wyatt says, "But does Cena see what destruction the Wyatt family can do?" Yeah, okay, promo. It was alright. And then next we had Sin Cara and Scooby-Doo versus Damien Sandow. The whole time I'm just like, really? Why is this on TV? Sin Cara won the match. It was a dumb match. Stupid-ass match. It was really short. They buried Damien Sandow. But I'm glad they did not drag out the Scooby-Doo shit. Don't get me wrong, as a kid I loved Scooby-Doo. As a kid growing up I loved Scooby-Doo. It was a great show. But why is it on a wrestling show? I admit wrestling nowadays is kind of childish with all the bullshit they put on there. The only reason why Scooby-Doo was on this show was to promote that new movie with some wrestlers in it. But it was still pretty dumb, but I'm glad they did not drag this out. So yeah. And then next we had Los Matadores versus Ryback and Curtis Axel. Let's see, what the hell? I don't know why I put this here, but, so, yeah, Los Matadores win by, the Shield distraction. But before that, all I had to say was, this was kind of stupid, because I heard the commentators, Jerry Lawler, Michael Cole, and JBL, say about how Ryback and Curtis Axel are going to be in the tag team title match at WrestleMania. That's just stupid. Ryback does not deserve a tag team title match, in my opinion. Whatever. After the Shield distract Ryback, then the Shield get payback and destroy Ryback. So, yeah. And then next we had an exclusive interview of Michael Cole with Triple H in the ring. And they showed a recap of Triple H's assault last week on Raw against Daniel Bryan. And Triple H says he's tired of people whining and complaining and Triple H says this is the beginning of the reality era, and he will beat Daniel Bryan and win the triple threat match to become the new World Heavyweight Champion. Oh no, it was an okay promo. I mean, it wasn't really that great, but it was okay. Yeah, it was a short and pretty good segment with Triple H. It was a pretty good promo, I thought. It was good just to hear from Triple H. I mean, Daniel Bryan was missed on this Raw pretty badly. Still was pretty good, though. So, pretty good promo by Triple H. And then next we had Fandango versus Cody Rhodes. I did not give a shit for this match. What happened to Cody Rhodes and Goldust? Is it just me, or is the WWE demoting them? They're just they're not burying them, but they're demoting them, and I don't know why. Why are you demoting Cody Rhodes and Goldust? And then next we had Arnold Schwarzenegger, Hogan, and some dude named Joe. All three were just sucking up to each other in the ring. They were basically kissing each other's ass. It was actually kind of funny, I thought it was pretty funny. And then Arnold asked Hogan if he and Joe could be in the Andre the Giant Battle Royal, only to get interrupted by The Miz. The Miz says that Arnold and Joe are just actors and are not tough like The Miz, yada yada yada. Then Arnold and Joe punch The Miz in the face, and then Hogan throws Miz out of the ring. It was an okay segment, I guess, for what it was. This was pretty much just a filler, though. I mean, they really did this just to kill time on TV, and it was pretty much just to promote Arnold's new movie, but it was still good seeing Arnold Schwarzenegger and Hogan in the same ring, but it was pretty much just to promote his new movie, Sabotage, and just to, like, fill time for TV, so it was just kind of like a whatever segment. And then next we had Titus ONeil versus Big Show. The Big Show won. It was a short, dumb match. Moving on. Then we had John Cena versus Luke Harper. And before I get into the match, I gotta say, John Cena's new shirt sucks. It looks shitty. What is it with John Cena's shirts? Before they were okay, now they're just shit. All they say is even stronger, you can't see me, and that's it. Where's the creativeness in that? Whatever. Next we had John Cena versus Luke Harper. Very good match. The crowd was into it. The lights went out during the match, and the Wyatt family attacked John Cena, tied him to the bottom rope, and put the sheep mask on him, which was, I thought it was a pretty cool segment when they tied John Cena up to the bottom rope and then put the sheep mask on him. I mean, it was total humiliation. Good segment. And then next we had Nyomi versus AJ for the Divas Championship. Nyomi won by countout. Stupid match. It lasted like 2 minutes. Stupid match because AJ walked out and ran and got like a countout. Dumb match. And then after that, then Vicky Guerrero comes out, calls AJ a bitch, which I thought it was pretty funny to hear that on TV, especially now in the PG era. You rarely hear much swearing these days, but Vicky called AJ a bitch and says that AJ is facing the entire Divas locker room, or the entire Divas roster at WrestleMania for the Divas title. Pretty much, AJ does not stand a goddamn chance of winning of retaining her Divas Championship, which is a damn shame, because she's like the best diva on the roster right now. If I had to choose, though, between out of all the divas, I think Brie Bella should win the title, not Nikki Bella, not Cameron, not Nyomi, maybe Natalya, maybe, I don't know. None of the divas really deserve to be champion, in my opinion, except for AJ. That's just my opinion, though. Well, I mean, I could go on all day about that. I'll complain about it on another video. I'm kind of running out of time here, so. Next, we had Razor Ramon inducted into the 2014 Hall of Fame. Congrats, Razor Ramon. And then we had The Shield versus Jack Swagger and Antonio Cesaro. The Shield won. Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins were badasses in this match. They were impressive. They just kicked ass. Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins were just awesome. And then after the match, when the Shield, after the Shield won the match, the Shield powerbombed Antonio Cesaro through the table. And then after that, then Kane and the New Age Outlaws came out, and Kane announced that at WrestleMania, it will be the New Age Outlaws and Kane versus the Shield. We'll just see how that goes. I got a feeling, though, that the Shield are going to break up soon, so maybe they'll break up at WrestleMania. Who knows? And then next, for our final segment of Raw, we had The Undertaker confront Brock Lesnar. Paul Heyman cuts the same promo that he usually does about the streak and all that. Pretty much the same streak promo. And then, surprisingly, Brock Lesnar takes the mic and says, enough of the talking, he's done promoting. He wants to fight The Undertaker right now in the ring. He just wants to fight The Undertaker. And then, after that, then a bunch of robed men with The Undertaker's theme song, like some kind of mythical theme song, I don't know what it was, but the Druids, I don't know how you say it, basically the robed men, the dark robed men, came down to the ring with a coffin, and then when Brock Lesnar opened up the coffin, The Undertaker was not in there, and then the second time The Undertaker came out of the coffin, has a short brawl with Brock Lesnar and knocks Brock Lesnar out of the ring. It was an okay segment. I would have liked to see a longer brawl between Brock Lesnar and The Undertaker. And, I don't know, to me, the WWE needs to not make Brock Lesnar look like such a pussy. I don't know about you guys, but I mean, they're really making Brock Lesnar look weak for this match. I mean, to me, it's pretty obvious that The Undertaker's going to win at WrestleMania. I mean, you know The Undertaker's going to win, but you don't want to make Brock Lesnar look like a pussy. But that's just my opinion. But overall, I thought Raw was pretty good this week. The crowd in Brooklyn, New York was great. Shout out to Brooklyn, New York. You guys are awesome. They had some pretty good matches, like the John Cena versus Luke Harper, the Shield versus Antonio Cesaro and Jack Swagger, etc., etc. And even some of the promos were pretty good for this Raw. So overall, I thought this was a pretty good Raw. Next week's Raw is the final Raw before WrestleMania. So we'll see on how that goes. Another interesting thing is that next week on Raw, from what I heard correctly, it's going to be in Washington, D.C., which is Batista's hometown. So maybe Batista's hometown will cheer for him. To be determined. Overall, I thought Raw was pretty good. There was a few things I was not happy about, but I already explained them. And to me, I thought they did a good job building up the storylines. They had good promos, pretty decent matches. So overall, I'm going to give this Raw a 6.7 to 7 out of 10 stars. So like my video, comment on my video, and I'll talk to you guys soon.